If you struggle with hip pain, there could be a lot of reasons for that. But one of the reasons could be that we're just simply not moving the hip enough and that it doesn't have enough muscular support to maintain good joint angles. The assisted hip airplane is a fantastic move to help promote mobility, strength, and stability about the hip joint. And the great part about it is we can perform multiple different variations that are easier, moderate, and more advanced based on your skill level and your comfort level, as well as potentially your symptom level. So the first step we're going to accomplish is just making sure that you can hinge on an assisted platform. You want to find yourself a countertop space or something else that's firm, immovable, like a heavy table that is at least as high as the height of your hips. Better would be height about rib cage or maybe even belly button. With that, you're going to get set up in front of it by taking just a few steps back. Hands will go out flat and spread apart on the top of the countertops. This is going to be the first step of the assisted hip airplane. We're just going to practice hinging with both feet on the ground. This motion looks like this. With my arms out forward, I'm not applying any pressure down into the tabletop. I'm just simply using it to keep my balance. I'm moving my hips back, maintaining a nice, straight, neutral spine, and I can feel tension forming in the back of my hamstrings while my feet stay planted firmly on the ground. What you want to try to avoid doing is rocking so far back that you feel the weight go into your heels or that you otherwise feel yourself removing your hands from the tabletop. So this is level one. Once you've practiced this enough and you don't feel any symptoms about your hip, no pain, no discomfort, and you feel confident with this, the second step, or level two, is going to be to take your feet, center them up, and we're going to practice single leg hinging with both hands still up on the countertop. When you do this, centering your feet is important because once you remove one leg out of the equation, you're going to need that foot to be center with where your center of gravity is. As you're moving through the hinge, remember to apply the same technique. Keep your spine straight. The leg that's up in the air can be bent or straight, it's fine either way. But plant that foot that's on the ground firmly into the floor. Be very intentional from heel to toe about what that foot is doing. As you hinge, you should still feel the sensation of tension or a stretch sensation on the back of your hamstring. You should feel no pain or discomfort through your spine or through your hip. If any of those things are not true, spend some time with both feet back down on the ground. Practice that movement before coming back to the single leg variation. Once we've accomplished level one, level two, and we have no symptoms of pain, we can move on to level three. And this is where the movement actually starts to come into play. This is the assisted hip airplane. With both hands up on the countertop, we're gonna bring our feet center line again together. Getting into position, we're gonna single leg hinge down into our deep hinge. And now we're gonna start to rotate. You can remove a hand or leave them both up on the counter. By leaving them both there, you get a little bit more stability and balance. But what we're trying to accomplish during this motion, whether you have one or both hands up on top, is rotating on top of that hip that's planted on the ground. You can see me moving in both directions, and I'm gonna make it a little bit more obvious by threading my arm through to show you the amount of rotation that I'm going through on each side of my body. When you're opening your hips to this extent, you want to make sure not to go too far too fast because you want to take some time to let that hip joint adapt to those rotations. If you feel pinching, crunching, or any other sensation of discomfort when you're moving through this motion, try reducing the movement first. So maybe just try a small rotation or a gentle rock from side to side. And if you still feel that sensation, try to lift your body weight just a little bit more up away from that hip. By keeping your posture a little bit taller and stronger, you should actually reduce that impact feeling at the hip. Again, if you have any symptoms, regress down to that second level or maybe even that first level that we showed already. And there you have it. There's the hip airplane. This is going to help improve your hip mobility, strength, and stability while keeping you pain-free.
Hey, it's Matt over at Dental and Better. Listen, if you've enjoyed this one and you want to see more just like it, make sure you click this video here. And of course, hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it too. We'll see you soon.